Hi, video is regarding how to tackle difficult questions in CAT Quant. We know that there are a lot of difficult questions in CAT. I mean, if you look at people who normally solve 4 questions right in the exam could score around 80 percentile, which means around 80% of the students are not able to score more than or attempt more than 4 questions correct in the exam. Net basically how you tackle difficult questions will make a difference with regards to your scores. So let's look at that. We are basically experts in management entrance preparation, training students for more than 20 years now. We have a CAT batch, 100 percentile batch, GMAT batch. Whenever you want, if you want, you can contact us. Now, first step is to know what makes the question difficult. So when you approach a question, you need to look at the cause. Why is it difficult? There are a number of reasons. One, it could be the concept itself could be complex. I mean, some concept. Sometimes they do ask, but rare. Normally in the CAT the concepts are easy, the concepts are not difficult, but sometimes the concepts are complicated. It can depend on person to person. I may find a concept difficult, you may find a concept easy, so that way. But check out, is the concept tough? Are you able to understand the concept, or the concept is really tough? Most of the tough concepts normally don't come in the exam, so if you find the question with a lot of complex concepts, you can skip it if you find it difficult to comprehend. Next is multi-topic blend. That means a question is asked such a way that 2 or 3 topics are combined to form one question, and that makes it a little confusing. So you don't know which to follow, this topic or that topic. So therefore, that could make it difficult. So a question containing more than one topic, because normally when we think in per topic. Okay, profit and loss, we do this formula, just get the answer. So multiple topic could in a question could make it difficult. Calculations could make it difficult. Calculations are too tough. You tend to make mistakes in calculation and then you go wrong. So, and it could be time consuming. So calculations could be reason. Misleading options. The options are such that the questions are framed in such a way that you tend to mark the wrong options. The way options are framed also could reduce accuracy as such. Also, misleading traps itself in the question. The question is worded in such a way that you fall into a trap. If you understand it, it becomes easy, but if you don't understand, difficult. Required logical leaps. That means there is no, normally when we go step by step process, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here we need to thinking process has to go beyond a particular step. So in that case, it sometimes becomes difficult. It requires assumptions. Some questions with variables, etc. It is easy to solve using assumptions. If you try to directly solve using equations, it could make it complex. One more reason why it could be tough is multiple cases. There are more than one cases, and normally we are tuned to solve one case. So multiple cases tends to go tougher. These are some of the reasons why the questions are tough. Knowing why the questions are tough is very important. So normally I tell students that if you find a difficult question, try to classify why is it difficult, which of these reasons are difficult. It helps you to understand the difficulty level and to tackle that. How do you tackle the questions? First, try to understand the question type. Is it algebra, number system, arithmetic, geometry, whatever it is, and find out what the reason, what the topic is all about. Try to understand what makes the question tough. Look at the previous slide which you talked about. Is it complex? Is it multiple topic? Is it that you require assumptions? Look at why the question is tough. Identifying the cause or reason why it is tough also helps you to solve it. Now, once you decide to skip to solve. Oh, you find it a complex concept. I don't understand it, and it may not come in the exam normally. So you can skip it. I am used to skipping because a lot of concept questions don't come in the exam. But yes, there could be other, like if I can assume I can get the answer, I can solvable. That means I can try to approach it. So decide whether you want to skip it or solve it. Understand CAT. The key to cracking the exam is also to learn to leave questions that are really tough. So you should know when to leave a question, when to solve a question. Now, if you plan to solve, you say, hey, I will try to solve a question. First of all, understand the solution what is given. You have tried solving the question, you didn't get the answer, you try to understand the solution. Find a right approach to solve the question. Which approach is right? We'll look at next slide where we look at the approaches of how to solve the question. And the method of solving right in the book. So you're aware of the method of solving which you can refer to it later again. And try to use those methods in different questions to reinforce those methods. So some approaches of solving is, one is option elimination. Normally if the question is tough, the options can be eliminated by simple techniques. Some of the questions. So you can look at how to eliminate the options. Maybe last digit calculations, maybe something on that. Second option is substitute the options in the question and see if you can get the answer. Third is assume values. There are particular values you can assume, it becomes easier to calculate, you can try that. If the calculations are complex, you can approximate. If the options are far, try to approximate and figure out which can be the answer. Pattern formation. Normally for large numbers, you normally form a pattern. You tend to get the answer. You can use that. Identify patterns. In the question itself, there are some patterns which are very common. So this type of pattern I'll have to solve this way. For example, and then that could help. Recognize numbers. For example, whenever I see a 13 in a right angle triangle, I know it will be 5, 12, 13. Or if it is a root 2 or a root 3, I know root 3 there will be 36 in any triangle. So recognizing numbers like squares, cubes, some specific numbers could help you identify what type of questions are there. Reverse solving, going from the back answers to forward could also is a good method of solving. As some of the approaches, and there are more approaches, there are some approaches of how to approach questions which are difficult. If you can use this approach, you will be able to solve them, at least some of them as such. Okay, some tips. Okay, not every question is worth it. So if you're finding a question really difficult, learn to leave questions. There's no point breaking your head in every question. Okay. Because then what happens, that habit of solving all the tough questions remains, and then in the mock and the actual CAT, you tend to try to solve difficult questions, which is not a very good idea. Strategy becomes very important rather than calculation. Some people focus on solving the equation, making equations, calculating, get the answer. But sometimes simple strategy like option elimination, option substitution, substituting simple values could help you solve the question faster. Also try to practice whatever approach that you learn, try to practice them. Learning approaches is of no use if you don't practice them, because we are reinforced with our methods from the school. To change the methods, you have to practice different approaches. That is what will help. I hope this helps. We'll come up with videos that will help you with regards to CAT 25 preparation. If you're interested, you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you.